I'm connecting. But there was a time where I was more aware in my dream state of messages from angelic realms and things, and I wasn't as much aware of it in this waking dream. So if you're in that place, I encourage you to talk to your angels at nighttime, talk to your spirit guides, and ask them to just bring you confirmation or bring you messages of whatever they're trying to say, and just be in that place where you're setting an intention to listen, and it can be really powerful. So anyway, last night I had asked them, and this morning when I woke up, I literally, as soon as I woke up, I just had consciousness streaming in, and the words were time to rise, self-esteem, self-worth, self-love. And I just was like, awesome. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about why it's so important for us to have self-love and to feel a sense of deep self-worth and self-esteem. And what does that really even mean? How is it going to help us evolve and grow? And so as I got that message coming in, I also was remembering a dream that I'd just been having, and it was very vivid. And I often dream in very vivid dreams, but I sat up and I immediately started to write a message to myself about the dream, because otherwise they kind of fade away and we forget. And in the dream, there was a woman I was helping, and she was in a hotel room. I just remember she was in a hotel, and she was very sad, very upset, because she had been betrayed by her love. And apparently they had planned to go to this hotel in my dream, and they were going to be together, and he ended up betraying her and leaving her, and it never happened. He never showed up. Terrible. And she was so angry in the dream, she just destroyed the hotel room. And it was vivid. It was like a movie. It was so realistic. And so I woke up kind of like, well, what is that? And I remember in the dream me talking to her and just explaining to her that, life is something that is always about change, and that life will bring us what we need to grow and to evolve. And sometimes we as humans have these plans, and we have this agenda of what we feel is supposed to happen or what we want to happen with somebody. And sometimes we can get disappointed because that plan doesn't line up and doesn't match up with what Spirit has in store for us. And so the ultimate message of this dream that I wanted to talk about on the show today was living in trust, like really embracing this feeling of deep trust. And as we learn to do that, as we learn to realize that the universe is totally supporting me. So if I, Tanya, am looking out of the eyes of that awareness of, you know what, no matter what's going down out here, I am supported. And even if things are falling away, if people are acting insane, if, whatever is appearing in my movie, if it's good or bad, as we like to label things with judgment, it doesn't matter what's happening. It's what do I do with what's happening? So if something comes to me, like in the dream, this woman was betrayed, disappointed, heart was broken, she had an expectation, it didn't happen. She had different options in how she handled it. In the dream, she flipped out, destroyed her hotel room, was angry, hurt, took it very personally. And I thought about how often do we do that in our life? Something happens, it doesn't go the way we think, and so we take it out on ourselves. We get angry, or maybe we tear up a building, or we, try to destroy property. It's just very symbolic. And we have options. We could react that way. We could get angry, and then we could take it out on ourselves. We could destroy a place, or we could just look out of those eyes of trust and be like, so I kind of thought that was going to work out, but apparently it's not the way I'm meant to go. Apparently I'm not meant to be with this person, or they would be here. And so what do you got for me, Spirit? Like, what does this mean? Where are we going now? And there's really no need for suffering. There's no need for judgment. There's no need for lashing out and anger. It could totally be a different way we could respond. And so I felt like sharing that today, of just tuning into that way that we can love ourselves, and we can realize that if we're looking out of the eyes that the universe is here to support us, then we're going to trust more. We are going to embrace this life with trust in a way that makes no sense to a lot of people that aren't doing that. But like I said, it isn't what happens to us that matters the most. It's what do we do with what happens to us. So if something happens to us that hurts us or upsets us, that's going to happen to every one of us. We're going to have things that the plan that we had did not match up, or the person we hoped would treat us a certain way didn't. But what do we do with that? How do we move forward with that? And that's what I wanted to talk about today with each of you, is that we each have choices, and those choices are so important. And ultimately, I feel the highest reason that we're all here is to learn this lesson, to learn that I, Tanya, can go through whatever I go through in my movie, but I don't have to be angry. I don't have to get violently upset. I don't have to lash out at people. I don't have to get in any kind of a response of anger and negativity unless I choose that. And has Tanya chose that? Yes, there's times I've chosen. I've been pissed off, angry. But at the same time, when I realize, okay, if I just get angry and waste my energy and upset my own immune system and get myself sick and feel bad, did that really help anything? Maybe not so much. But if I'm upset, something disrupted my plan or what I was hoping would happen, what do I do with that? That's what I can actually work with. That's where I can go, wow, okay, so this didn't work out the way I hoped, or this person really didn't treat me with the honor and respect that I know I deserve, but I believe I deserve that. I love myself. So if this person falls out of my movie, I wish them the best and I let them go, and I don't attach to them. I release any sense of attachment to the expectation of what they should be. I can release the expectation of how they're supposed to treat me. And we really start to live more authentically and more peacefully. And I feel like for myself, the highest focal point for me is staying in that place of peace. Staying in this inner state of peace and ease is the highest priority. So when I stay in that place vibrationally, it helps me physically because my immune system will respond to that. I will feel better and healthier. Vibrationally, I will draw in more loving experiences and people will come in. Beauty and miracles will just show up when I'm in that higher vibration. And I have experienced when I've been in a lower vibration, I'm angry, I'm tense. It's like opportunities are pushed away. They don't really show up. Maybe I have tension with people and so I'm not in their world. And if I am, it's like abrasive. My body doesn't feel as healthy. I feel tight and tense. And so we can start to learn to tune in and discern why this is all happening so that we can choose to consciously stay in a higher vibration. And that doesn't mean that when things are going on out in your movie in the world that we don't acknowledge them. It doesn't mean that we're just walking around and pretending everything's fine, smiling and not acknowledging what's going on out there. But I feel like the highest priority for each of us is to stay in this high vibration and to stay in this centered space of self-love, because when we're in that place, we are more powerful vibrationally. We are bringing a higher loving vibration to the planet, and we are helping assist our own life. And from that place of alignment, we start to assist vibrationally anyone around us as well. And so, like I said, in the dream I had, this woman had things happen and she couldn't control them. She wanted this certain expectation. It didn't happen. But what she did with what didn't happen was more upsetting to her than what didn't happen. And so if we can tune in and realize where we hold power, it's not in what's happening with everyone else. We will never be able to control anybody on this planet the way we think I feel like humans have been trying this for so long to control others. And it just isn't working out. And if you sit at home and you're looking on the internet and you're upset about, like, you know, what corporations are putting genetically modified foods into all the grocery stores, or you're sitting around on your computer and you're getting upset about all the people that are, negative on Facebook, or you're ranting and raving about whatever it is that you want to look at in the world that's not in alignment and that you're angry about. And so now vibrationally, you're angry, you're abrasive, you're out of alignment, you're tense. it's not really helping anything. It's not helping you. It's not helping your family. It's not helping anything change in those things that you're angry about. So the reason I say this is to help us vibrationally stay in the most powerful position for change and transformation. And the most powerful position for you vibrationally is to stay in that state of peace and ease and self-love. So even if I look at the internet and something is upsetting, I'm like, wow, there's some stuff going on in the world, like, that's not really that amazing, and it's kind of low vibration. I see people hurting each other, but I can still send love to them. I can still express how I feel without getting angry, without losing my vibration. I can stay in a higher vibration and still observe things, but not let them take me out of my alignment, not absorb that energy to the point now I am angry and now I am raging and I am upset and I want to fight the government, or I want to go take down somebody who I think, isn't doing something right. And so I feel like, big picture, it would serve us so much to maintain the state of ease. And this is why so many of the shows we talk about the importance of meditation, the importance of daily alone time and connecting with nature. Like today, I spent hours outside. We went for a walk in nature, my family and I. Then I came back and I was planting flowers in my front yard on my porch and just putting in fall flowers, and that just makes me happy and I feel amazing. And there's times where we can be so stressed and tense and we're upset about stuff we can't control. And if we don't watch it, we'll lose our vibrational alignment and we'll fall into a heavier vibration because we're fighting or angry with somebody who's not making us happy. And that doesn't, I'm not judging if any of you are doing that, because it's very human of us to do that. But at the same time, I feel like there are options, there are choices, and that's why I wanted to talk about that today on the show, is not to judge the times that you have fallen or that you've gotten stuck in a low vibration, or the times that you've wanted to go and kick your neighbor's ass because they upset you or their dog was barking all night. But to just realize that no matter what's happening out there, you have a choice to maintain ease and peace in here. Every moment we have that choice to let something out there be more important than our inner peace and inner ease. And what I've learned is nothing out there is worth that. Nothing externally is going to be worth your alignment and your vibrational health. So if some of you are struggling and you have been having chronic sickness or pain or tension in some way, you might want to really vibrationally look into what are you holding on to internally. What is it that's happening outside in your movie that you're so upset about that maybe you're spending a lot of time talking about it or thinking and dwelling about it in a negative way, or just holding anger and tension in your belly. That can really start to upset your body, and your systems of your body don't like that. So, it's not really about looking at life. I feel like, when we're on the spiritual path of enlightenment, what does enlightenment mean? Do I need to travel to India? Do I need to do a lot of yoga retreats? Do I need to, chant Om 20 times a day? Like, what is that? What is enlightenment? And I feel like it's been fed in that way to many, that there's all these certain things you have to do to be worthy of that moment. But really, every one of you has that power right now. Like right in this moment, this next breath you can take a breath and you can live in trust. Right. You can breathe in right now and trust that, you know what? Stuff looks crazy out there, but I trust that the universe is supporting me. Things are changing around me. Things are falling away. People are changing. Those people I thought would behave in this certain way, they're not. Wonderful. This person that I thought would help me isn't. This person is helping me. That's cool. And we can observe all that. But we can maintain that vibrational alignment of trust and realize that no matter what's going on externally, internally, if I maintain this place of ease and grace, this place of centered trust, this is exactly the space that I hold my greatest power, because now whatever's going on out there, I can observe it. I can navigate this changing, shifting movie without losing my alignment with Source, without losing my sense of awareness, my sense of self-love, self-worth, and self-esteem, which is so important. And it's really going to be important for each of us to learn this, because no